Good afternoon, wash shaving enthusiasts and newbies. Welcome back into the rabbit hole with Cal Shaves. On today's first episode of Is It Junk? Tales from the AliExpress checkout counter. Checking out this razor for the very first time. I just got this from AliExpress, paid $10.64 USD for it, and it took approximately a week and a half to arrive. And this is what it came like. Now, to me, it looks kind of like the Mercur Vision 2000, which they no longer make. It's an adjustable. Doesn't have any hard stops on it. So, let's get to the specs of it. Got a total length of approximately 4 1/4 inches and a total handle length of 3 3/4 inches. Put her on the digital scale, and it's got a total weight of 3.3 ounces. So, again, it is a 8 setting, but again, there's no hard stops on it. And what you do is, it's a 2-piece, top plate unscrews, you turn the bottom so the top rises up. It takes several turns, and I don't know if you can see, but the threads on that are very, very fine, so it does take a lot of turns. Oh, I am not going to use the factory blades that came with this. I don't know what these are, and I'm not going to take the chance. I'm going to go with a blade I'm extremely familiar with, the Voskhod. Take that, set that very gently on there. Carefully hold that. You can actually hear the little spring in there as I turn that. So again, it takes several turns to get that nice and tight. And I just hold it by the ends here. And we're back for our shave. Because it's a new razor I've never used before, I'm going to go with a blade that I'm familiar with. I'm going to go with a soap that I'm familiar with. I'm extremely familiar with Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements CK6 formula. This is a new scent to me, and I will give the scent notes afterwards on it. This is a seasonal release. Matching aftershave, of course, alcohol-based, using this synthetic brush. I don't remember the details on it, but I won this a few years ago in one of the groups, so I'm sorry I've forgotten. Possibly Arthur Knowles, but if I'm wrong, I apologize for that. So, we are back. Got our leather built up. Got this razor adjusted to number 4 of 8. And what I find is you kind of got to hold it by the head carefully to turn the dial. Otherwise, you're kind of, this is where it unscrews the head, so so let's get on with our first pass. It already feels a little bit slippery with a little bit of soap. My fingers. Very smooth. Again, that's first pass with the grain. See, just for the hell of it, I'm going to dial this thing up. I do find it hard to see. Of course, I'm getting old, my eyes aren't that good. But I'm going to dial this thing up to about 6. I'll give this a go. Okay, definitely a lot more blade feel there. One pass, clean that right off. Now, with this much growth, the head is getting clogged up a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't want to turn this any higher than 6. But as you can see, the angle is about there is the angle. But yeah, so 4 on my cheeks, which don't fill in as much, 6 with the grain on my neck, and 6 on my upper lip, and it took off that like nothing. So we're going to dial this back down to 4. Wait, I forgot to mention, you can see the blade alignment on there. It's pretty close. Now, I accidentally just realized I had that set on 1. 1, there's no blade feel at all. 1 is just way too low. I don't even think it's a practical setting for anybody. Turned it back up to 4. So let's talk about today's soap set. We're going with PAA North meets East. This was originally tucked into the 2023 Advent calendar, and the lucky few who were able to get a smell of this really loved it, and thankfully Doug and Fran decided to make it a seasonal release. So let's get into the scent profile of this. Sweet cream, ground nutmeg, fir needle, rosemary, light incense, coconut, sweet pine, maple syrup, almond, tonka beans, musk, crystallized maple sugar, and chai. Now, I don't get any of the fir needle or pine scent out of this, so you don't have to worry about smelling like a pine car air freshener. But one thing that PAA scents do incredibly well is bring back memories. For me, this scent brings back memories of my grandparents' house at Christmas time, the smell of shortbread cookies, hot cross buns, rice pudding, bread pudding. And I am one of the few Maritimers who does not like Pico tea, but I do love me a nice chai latte. And for me, this scent just tops it right off. So now we got it cleaned up. Bit of a weeper there, bit there. We're gonna take the alum. Those will help soothe my skin and also give me some feedback about how the shave was. Now, mind you, I had a lot of growth to go through, so you're normally gonna have a bit more irritation. Just wet it under the water. Surprisingly, there's some burn, but not as much as I expected. But 3 passes with as much growth as I had to go through, set on number 4 and number 8. Really good, actually. Just gonna pat this off. Going with Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, alcohol-based aftershave, North meets East. If you like stuff like Atmodic, Cider House 5, well, that's more smoky than this is, Blue So Win, a lot of those wintertime type scents that are kind of warm, vanilla-y, burnt sugar kind of stuff. This will be right up your alley. Some spice in there. Oh, I see. He's put a new type of plug in here. That's new. Now we can get it out. It is a gross, snowing, cold day here in New Brunswick, Canada. This is a really nice scent to be sitting on the couch with, around the fire, watching some TV. So, what do I think of whatever razor this is? And I will post the link to it down below. For $10 and change USD, waiting a week and a half, 2 weeks for it to ship from China, what do I think? It's a bit slippery to hold. I don't like the fact you can't see the lettering on it or the numbering very easily. Especially if you've got old eyes like I do. It feels like when you're holding it, it actually backs off a bit, which I wasn't a big fan of. Or if you turn this back, you're turning the whole dial back. The ends, I find quite large to get up under the nostril. It's really... And because the head is so large, trying to roll it to get up under there, I didn't find it as good as other razors I've got. Not bad on the flats, on the big flat surfaces, but to get up in there, you just gotta roll it so much that you really can't get up into the nostril. And again, your end pieces, you're just not gonna get up in there. I think that was an issue with the original Mercur Vision 2000 as well. That's why they discontinued it. Now mind you, theirs was barn doors, butterfly doors. And it just, the head was so large and the way it was shaped, it just wasn't, you weren't able to get the tight spaces. Although I still really want one. So, do I like it? Yeah. Is it my favorite? No. Your choice. You buy it, you don't buy it. There's no skin in this game for me. But that's just my thoughts. For an adjustable, it's not bad. And of course, and again, I paid for the stuff out of my own pocket. No one pays for it or gives it to me. But this new scent from Phoenix Artisan is just phenomenal. Love it. This is going to be awesome. Of course, my Thirsty Badger Lather Bowl out of Western Canada, Jared Francais. This, I believe it's 400 reproduction type handle with a synthetic knot. I don't remember the details, I'm sorry. But yeah, so that'll conclude this first episode of Is It Junk? Tales from the AliExpress checkout. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. And thanks again for watching. You guys take care. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, it's Cal here with a follow-up remarks. It is 9 o'clock the next morning. I'm just into the rig getting ready to start my week. I have got less than 20 hours on that shave. Now, I am not a super grower. I have a 5 o'clock shadow by about Tuesday, but I've already got a lot of stubble and I could easily shave again. And for most razors, it's not like that with me. So here's my final thoughts on this razor from AliExpress. It looks cool, but it's not a great design. You can't get into the little spots. The blade alignment is, yeah. Blade exposure, yeah. A little bit of irritation. Clogs up easily, but I guess with that much growth, it's gonna. But, again, this isn't normal for any other razor I've ever really tried that I can remember. But it looks cool. It's just not a well-designed razor, in my opinion. Save your $10, put it towards something else. Go to an antique store, get yourself a vintage Gillette. Sometimes you can get lucky and find them for $10. So anyway, that's my final thoughts on this razor. Thanks, guys. Take care.